Imagine waking up to find that the monthly Social Security check you rely on could suddenly look very different, maybe bigger, maybe smaller. That's not just speculation. A new piece of legislation, known as the EU bill, could reshape how millions of Americans receive their Social Security benefits. For retirees, workers nearing retirement, or even younger people paying into the system, this change could have a real financial impact. The big question is, will it help you, or could it hurt your future income? Stay tuned because we're going to break it all down in simple terms. Social Security is the backbone of retirement income for over 66 million Americans. Every month, checks go out to seniors, disabled workers, and survivors who count on this program to cover essentials like housing, food, and health care. But as costs rise and inflation eats away at household budgets, pressure is growing in Washington to reform the system. Enter the EW bill, a new proposal that promises to change the way Social Security checks are calculated, taxed, and distributed. Supporters say it could protect seniors and bring much-needed fairness to the system. Critics warn it could raise costs for some taxpayers or even strain the program's long-term finances. The EW bill focuses on three main areas: taxation, benefit calculation, and program solvency. Right now, many Social Security recipients still have to pay federal income tax on part of their benefits if their overall income passes a certain threshold. For decades, this has been a major frustration. Seniors argue they already paid into Social Security their entire working lives, so taxing the benefits again feels like double taxation. The EW bill aims to raise the income thresholds or, in some cases, eliminate taxation for lower and middle-income retirees. For millions of seniors, this would mean more money stays in their pockets every month. Another big piece is benefit calculation. The bill proposes adjusting the cost of living formula. At present, Social Security benefits increase each year based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, also known as the CPIW. Critics argue that this index doesn't reflect the real expenses seniors face, especially rising costs of healthcare and housing. The EW bill would shift to a Senior Consumer Price Index, which gives greater weight to medical and living expenses. This change could lead to higher annual increases, boosting checks in a way that more accurately matches what seniors actually spend their money on. And then there's the issue of program solvency. Social Security's trust fund faces projected shortfalls in the coming decades. If nothing is done, benefits could be reduced after the early 2030s. The EW bill attempts to extend solvency by increasing payroll taxes slightly on high earners. Currently, income above a certain cap, around $168,600 in 2024, is not subject to Social Security payroll taxes. The new bill would apply payroll taxes to incomes above $250,000, ensuring wealthy Americans continue contributing to the system. Proponents argue this closes the funding gap without punishing middle-class workers. Supporters of the EW bill argue it brings much-needed fairness and security. Eliminating or reducing taxation on benefits would ease financial stress for millions of retirees living on fixed incomes. Adjusting the cost of living formula would better protect seniors from inflation, ensuring their checks don't fall behind real expenses. And extending solvency through high earner contributions strengthens the system without burdening average families. In short, they see this as a balanced approach that preserves Social Security's promise. Critics, however, are not convinced. Some argue that cutting or eliminating taxes on benefits could reduce revenue and worsen federal deficits. Others warn that raising payroll taxes on high earners could discourage job creation or investment. And while adjusting the cost of living index sounds fair, opponents point out it could add billions in extra spending each year, potentially accelerating the financial strain on the trust fund. In their eyes, the bill is politically attractive but economically risky. So how does this all play out for everyday Americans? If you're a retiree with modest income, you may benefit directly from reduced or eliminated taxation on your Social Security. Your monthly check would stretch further, helping with groceries, bills, and medications. If you rely heavily on Social Security and worry about inflation, the switch to a senior-focused cost of living formula could bring larger increases each year, helping you keep pace with rising prices. If you're a high-income worker, you may face higher payroll taxes, but only on earnings above the $250,000 threshold. For most Americans, payroll taxes would remain unchanged. Younger workers could also gain peace of mind from knowing the program's solvency is extended. While it won't solve Social Security's challenges forever, the EW bill could add years of stability, making the system more reliable for future generations. Like most big reforms, the EW bill faces a tough road in Congress. Lawmakers are divided. Some see it as a bold step to protect seniors, while others dismiss it as unrealistic or too costly. Lobbyists, advocacy groups, and think tanks are already weighing in, trying to sway public opinion. Seniors organizations like AARP are watching closely, since their members stand to be directly affected. Ultimately, whether the EW bill becomes law depends on political negotiation, public support, and budgetary realities. But one thing is clear: Social Security reform is no longer just a distant debate. It's here, it's urgent, and it could change your financial future. At the end of the day, the EW bill represents both hope and uncertainty. For seniors struggling with tight budgets, it promises relief and fairness. For policymakers, it raises tough questions about costs, taxes, and sustainability. And for every American, retired or still working, it's a reminder that Social Security is not just a government program, but a lifeline. So what do you think? Should benefits be taxed at all? Should wealthy Americans pay more to keep the system afloat? And do you trust Congress to handle such a major reform responsibly? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your perspective. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more clear explainers on Social Security and retirement, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future updates. Thanks for watching, and remember, your future, your benefits, your voice matters.